It is the first round series that LeBron James has lost in his career.
Welcome to 42North 78West. Porto, here's your host, Sebastian.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the 42North 78West Sports Show, episode 30. Let's do this. Here we go. Hey, Yankees and the Yankees are going to be in town later, but we'll talk about that a little bit next week. But the Blue Jays are in town. I guess, Buffalo has a baseball team right now. It's only temporary, but,
they're pretty good.
It's not too bad. Guerrero's hitting some home runs. It's good fun to watch.
Whatever.
Buffalo Sabres got the number 1 overall pick.
Yay.
Yay.
Wait, guy. Happy birthday, Kim Pagula.
One of the worst draft years ever.
Sell the
All
team.
right.
All right, God.
NBA playoffs. It's good going on. Brooklyn's probably about to steamroll through the Milwaukee Bucks, but we'll get through that later.
Bye, Bron.
The Knicks got eliminated since we also had a last episode.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kevin. Sorry.
Tough scene.
And the NHL playoffs are also underway too.
Well underway.
Well underway on that. Honorable mentions. We'll also talk about the hug fight from last night about Mayweather and Logan Paul. But nice hugs they gave each other. And Julio Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Also getting traded, about to go to the Tennessee Titans. What a weird move for me. And let's bring in Kevin and Alex. What's up, guys?
What's going
up?
on?
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. It's good to be back.
Oh, man.
Hope everyone enjoyed
Yeah,
the week off. Memorial Day weekend.
yeah, I know. We had a little, break from Memorial Day. I knew everyone was going to watch because everyone was probably recovering, or either even having a cookout on Monday. A lot of people were. Zach,
I have my first karaoke headlining performance this Friday. And I
Karaoke.
will let you guys know how it goes. I am excited.
karaoke.
Oh, it's going to get heavy up in that house.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Dina, get ready.
All right. So let's go. Let's go Yankees Blue Jays right now. So New York Yankees. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go with the Blue Jays right now.
Yeah,
it's been fun. Hey, it's been fun watching them right now. Alex, give them some credit. I see you over there.
They're in Buffalo. That's cool.
I see you over there.
They're playing in
They're
Buffalo.
bringing
That's
your
cool.
Yankees to Buffalo, so
Kevin,
give them some.
Is
I'm
it safe
cool
to
with
say that the Buffalo Blue Jays are above the Buffalo Sabres when it comes to Buffalo sports teams?
Wow.
Embrace debate.
Embrace
Blue
debate.
Jays greater than signed Sabres.
And they're not.
I disagree still because this is just the temporary home, but we did steal Toronto's baseball team. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
That's cool.
And,
Yes.
And the Leafs also lost the first round. So,
Evens out.
tough times in
evens
Toronto
out.
right now.
Tough times in Toronto, indeed. And you know what? The great thing I think about having the Blue Jays in town again this year is because last year we couldn't go.
Yeah.
So being able to go this year, is great. And they're upping the capacity, when they come back after the Yankee series.
Mhm.
To, I think it was like 81%.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool too.
If only it was before, they could be making so much
exciting.
money. They could sell all those tickets again.
Mhm.
They really could.
People
And you know what? It's really, as much disdain as we have for, Toronto sports teams, I think it's great that the Blue Jays partnership with the Bisons is going so well because the renovations to Salem Field that they can keep for the future, is just it looks great. It looks like it would be like a 31st MLB ballpark. It really looks good. The lighting, everything downstairs that we can't see. But, the lighting, the grass on the field, that all looks good. It all looks great. Up to MLB standards, they put the bullpens off the field now.
Those look sick back there.
They put it out over in right field where that parking lot is. So that's cool. They still have that party deck. I think it's going to be a good summer of baseball downtown.
Yeah, and also Canada's just way behind right now. So they ain't going to Toronto anytime soon.
No.
They're far behind in Canada, so they're not pushing vaccinations. But we're gonna have maybe these Blue Jays hopefully until August.
Hopefully through September, so the Yankees come again.
Oakland A's come to town.
Imagine if the Blue Jays squeak in the playoffs and they're still here.
Oh,
that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
I mean,
Has anyone thought about that scenario yet?
Not really. I think people are expecting them to go back at
But
some point.
Could you imagine those
but
wins?
especially playoffs too. I feel like because Canada already made some exceptions for, like
NHL teams.
They just made that
quarantine.
exception. Yeah. So I feel like by playoff time they might make, at the very least, make exceptions by then
for the Blue Jays to get back.
Right. And I think, well, it depends. I mean, would they rather play here in front of, by that time, maybe even 100%?
I mean, probably, because by then the Bills will be playing, and they're hoping the Bills will be at full capacity.
Yeah.
So.
Or in Toronto, where they might not be at the point yet where they're going 100%. So that might be another thing they take into consideration. But they might also just want to get back to their home base and home fans once again.
No.
But
that's fair too.
We'll see.
But if they had playoff baseball here, the winds, because when fall winds come around here, it's like it can get crazy. Because like even like the game not too long ago, it was 30-mile-per-hour winds going off right field.
True. They're swirling right off the lake too.
Yeah, right off the lake. So they can maybe you could have some
the outfield, like
it's all open.
Yeah. And that for one, and then the lake, the lake is, like they're hitting towards like the lake. So I wonder if that might affect like home runs or that, like, or the ball carrying, because if the wind's coming off the lake, like.
Yeah, but the wind could go anywhere, honestly.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, it just
right.
When you're by the
You can
water,
imagine seeing some lake effect snow in October.
Oh goodness, let's not talk about that. But
well,
happened before.
Let's not use the snow.
Well, it's been pretty
yet.
nice these past few days, so yeah, let's.
Whereas Toronto at least has a dome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so we'll be there in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Not even.
It's a week.
Actually, a week.
Yeah, 9 days.
Yeah. Hopefully the Yankees get something rolling by then, because just when we think that they are rolling,
where are they?
Then they get swept by the Red Sox.
Last time we talked, last time we talked,
we were excited for the Red Sox and the Rays to come up.
Yeah, because we were heading into a week where they were playing Toronto at home and then Detroit that weekend, and the Blue Jays were struggling at that time, and then the Tigers are the Tigers. They're not a good team. We're like, all right, that's a good chance to stack up some more wins. They were playing well up to that point. And then they lose 2-3 to Toronto, which it didn't bother me too much. I'm like, all right, Toronto's not a bad team. They're, whatever. But then getting swept by Detroit, that was embarrassing.
Ooh. I didn't even bring that up when I put it on Twitter. I just talked about the Red Sox.
Yeah,
it's pretty rock bottom as you can get.
Yeah, well, we thought that was rock bottom.
We
thought that was.
We were mistaken.
You thought,
and then
they got worse.
They split 2-4 with the Rays, which I was okay with. I'm thinking, okay, they're going into the Boston series. I will take that.
Yeah, get some life in us.
I honestly, with the way they were playing, I would have taken one from the Rays series, so I was happy with 2.
In a 4-game set now, you got to gain some ground on them. I was like, you need to at least split. I think you can't lose ground, but and coming off of a sweep of the Tigers, you got to come back and show us like, hey, we're that was just a fluke. We're still in the mix here. They had to at least split that series, so I was content with that, even though they blew it game 4 to where they could have won the series. But whatever. And then Red Sox series this past weekend,
just abysmal,
absolute joke, unacceptable.
I seem like you guys don't want to really talk about these Yankees. I feel like you guys are kind of done with them. I do. Right
no, I'm not done. It's just it's infuriating.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to not make the playoffs this year.
No, that's no.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
It would make for an interesting conversation.
It's June and they still can't hit.
Oh, like, okay. I thought you meant like ready. Like you're just like, yeah, just go ahead and miss the playoffs.
Oh yeah, no. Like I'm just preparing myself if that happens. Like
no, okay. Yeah, I'm sort of there.
He's almost there.
I'm at least at the point where I'm like, okay, get a wild card spot. Like we're not winning the division. We're not catching Tampa, Boston, whoever wins the division. Probably Tampa. Tampa's ridiculous right now. But yeah, no, I'm almost to that point as well. I don't understand how they can't hit. It blows my mind.
And Herman, whenever he hits the mound, it seems like he gets knocked around.
No, Herman's been excellent.
Who am I thinking of?
Who you?
Was it Taillon?
Might be Taillon.
Yeah, maybe it was.
I don't know.
I get him and Herman mixed up for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I really don't have a problem with any of the pitch. I mean, Taillon, I'm disappointed with Taillon, but I feel like he's kind of, he's getting closer.
And then Kluber's on the 60-day shelf now.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
But
mean,
Severino's pitching
Yeah.
in low A right now.
Yeah.
So
which is exciting, but at the same time, is like, is Luis Severino? Can he hit?
So,
Like,
so
no.
what other injury you got? You got Voigt. He's out.
Voigt.
He's
Britton
Voigt's out for a
should be
while.
back soon.
Brayton, yeah, he's out. Because I know the Yankees are dealing with a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
so
Hicks out for the year.
Yeah, and
Hicks he's Mr. On Base, man. That guy had the highest on base percentage last season, I think. Pretty sure.
he always can get on base, but now we have nothing. They got to go make a move for an outfield. They got to get a move for an outfield.
it's time to move on from Marcus Timms, I think. Team's not hitting, so you got to make a change at hitting coach and try something different.
Something has-
Well, actually, speaking of baseball, real quick, actually, we'll go so it tracks onto the next one. But because I know I want to bring it up down on my mentions, but we're talking about baseball, so let's bring this up. So, Marcell Ozuna
Oh, God.
gets is injured, and then violates the domestic violence policy in the major league. And then here's the thing: I don't think he'll ever play for the Braves again. And I don't.
Oh no, he might not
No.
play baseball.
Who knows if he'll play?
He might not play
No,
baseball.
well, a lot of players have came back. From
I
domestic
was
violence.
right,
A lot
but-
of players have came back.
Right,
so
but this was
there's a lot of
the
evidence.
cops witnessed.
There's a
this.
lot of evidence on this one.
Like
So,
this
yeah,
was was witnessed by the cops.
no, but
Like
okay.
I don't know, like
Well,
the the Chapman situation, Ozuna, like
It's a shaky, yeah. But if I were, he's probably gonna get cut. Probably gonna get. Who knows if his rights get traded or something? Because I know Braves are gonna have to trade for someone to get a replacement for him because.
Well, I think what's
Yeah.
going to happen is I think the Braves are stuck with his contract, which it's
Yeah.
unfortunate for the Braves because obviously they've done nothing wrong, you know.
Mhm, Yep.
But honestly, he gets cut. I think there will be a team that is like, you know what, they get desperate enough, well, they'll take a chance on him, which is terrible because he doesn't deserve to play another game of baseball. But there will be a team I think that brings him in veteran minimum for cheap and just hopes he can produce like he's been.
well, you know, with the way the Yankees have been hitting. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't even want him on your team.
I'm kidding. No, I don't. No.
Exactly.
No.
Wait a
No.
minute.
We already got Herman. We don't need another guy with Aaron Chapman too. We don't need a third. We don't need a third guy.
No. But
And then, speaking of that, but, if you got desperate, Dodgers had an injury. Do you know who got put in the game at first base? Albert Pujols.
he's been playing.
He's been playing.
I
Put him in
haven't
the
seen
game.
his stats, but every time I see like Dodger highlights on Sports Center, I see him
Pujols
getting a
is
hit. I
out.
see him hitting home
Pujols
runs.
is
Yeah.
out there.
Like, of course, the Dodgers get this dude for cheap, and now he wants to hit again because they need more help.
Well, because he can hit 7th and 8th and 9th and,
Right,
not
yeah.
have to worry.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
Taylor Hall effect.
All right, so let's go.
Why do you got to mention that name?
Let's Sabres.
Speaking
Number
of Taylor Hall,
Yeah!
the Taylor Hall effect.
Taylor Hall's got another first pick.
The actual Taylor Hall effect.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Even if he's
Sabres-
not with the organization anymore, he must have left some magic, in the cupboards or something at KeyBank Center, and it worked out.
Would have been about great though if Seattle would have got the
Absolutely not,
first
no.
pick. It
Well-
would have been like all aware that they just awesome grab it.
No, we need it more.
No,
Yeah.
it would have been nice because the time to tank is next year for Shane Wright. So of course we win this year's lottery when
Well,
We can still win it next year.
yeah.
Oh, so they
it
didn't.
doesn't. Thank God.
Zach's still
Oh.
so
Because I was
over
I was freaking about that during the
okay.
day. I was
All
like,
right.
dude, hang on. I was like, wait a minute, I better figure this out because I'm like, if this so happens to take us out of the running for Shane Wright next year, because we very well might be in that mix when we don't have Jack and Sam anymore. Like, we're gonna need a young guy to replace them as the future of like the forward core and the face of the franchise.
Mhm.
And
There's still a
But yeah.
chance for that.
when I found when I found out, like, okay, like, well, at first I was like, I'm going to root against us tonight because I very well think we're going to
Whoa.
be in the mix next year.
Whoa.
But then when they said like, now it's not kicking until next year when you can't win it in a 5-year span twice. Then I was like, all right, cool, we can go ahead and win it. And because like I said, Shane Wright, future Sabre, hopefully.
So I have a take.
Oh,
let's hear it.
Welcome to the latest edition of Zach Stay Quick. I am Zach.
second
Smith.
live edition.
Second of my
I was listening to Kevin Adams' press conference after with the Buffalo media. Well, I'll start with when he was talking to I forget who hosted, if it was Catherine Tappan or if it was the other lady, but he said some things that you would say when a team wins a Stanley Cup. Like, I'm proud of the city. I'm proud for the organization. I'm happy for Terry and Kim. You know, this is a proud day. No, it's not.
Happy birthday, Kim.
First of all,
Happy birthday, Kim.
this draft ain't that good.
Nope.
My first thought was trade the pick. And my second thought was, what are you going to trade it for? You don't have any. There's not even really any real value, unless if you're really, going to trade Eichel, you could package it for an even better, better deal that you might.
That better be a massive deal. Man.
Exactly. Like that would literally have to be like a Leon Draisaitl type haul.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
The thing that killed me, what he said was when he was like, and I was sitting there and I was waiting for the results, and that all I was doing was thinking about Terry and Kim Pegula and everything they done for this city, and I was like, shut up, dude. Like, dude, this is how he got to this point, was basically, kissing up to him, and that.
Well, all he is a figurehead anyway. So.
Oh, he totally is.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how we got. So that's how he got to this job.
He's
so,
just.
Here, look who likes to hear who's popped in. Nick. I knew Nick English was gonna say something. You come in. Nice. Thanks for coming in, buddy. What do you got? Take this. What do you got, Nick? Can you read that, guys?
Yeah,
You can read it. Okay.
we got it.
We got it. Cool.
So Sam Reinhart.
So I mean, he's
Number
not.
one center
So I
next
mean,
year.
that's not really anything that. I mean,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Nick. I mean,
I know.
I'm not going to say this to sound like an
I
asshole,
know.
but everyone else is saying that too. So I mean,
Come on, Nick.
honestly, dude, like I'm not saying it to sound
I
like a
know.
dick.
No, I
but,
know.
No, I got no. I mean,
Nick,
that's
what you got?
kind of expecting it now.
You got
Yeah,
another
I
take
mean
from
that's
Nick?
just kind of what we expect.
What?
But to further the conversation from that, I mean, if Sam's the one that is back, and if Sam's going to be your one center that you build around, then I think there's more of a okay. I think we should probably hope to win next year's lottery too, because or hope that you can get some center help in a trade back, for Jack, because if you're going to trade your at one point generational talent, the guy that you tanked for, then A, you're gonna have to get a haul back, and B, you're gonna have to hope you get a stud in either this draft, or if you're bad next year, that draft too.
So since you mentioned a couple things, you mentioned how trading the pick, originally, and then now you just mentioned needing center depth if Eichel's traded and Reinhart's your number one center. Craig Rivet, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, Craig Rivet just threw out a trade proposal this morning on It Scares when I was listening, and he his idea was, since the LA Kings are they made it known that they're looking for a young, promising defenseman to bring in the organization. He mentioned the idea of trading number one, where they would get own power,
Yep.
and trading number one for Byfield straight up. And looking at it, I'm thinking like, okay, I think Byfield helps you next season, because Power's not going to help you next year. Neither would Beniers. No one in this draft is helping you next season.
I think it would have to take the first pick and then some if you're gonna ask for Byfield, because Byfield was like a centerpiece, like coming back for Eichel. Him and Turcotte.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like you would have to sweeten it back more LA's way.
You think it would
have to
take
be
our pick and something else.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I thought you were saying the other way around. But
Yeah, no.
Well,
gotcha. Well, yeah, because I was thinking like, in that sense, like Byfield, like if he was in this year's draft, he'd be the number one pick this year.
Mhm.
So it makes sense that they would probably want another piece in
And
the deal.
and all right, let's real quick. Who would a piece be that you'd be all right to send back? And if you in that you think LA is like, okay, the first pick, this guy, we'll send you Byfield.
Well, what if
I'm not
you,
sure.
like you said earlier, attach that pick to Eichel if they want Eichel,
Yeah.
and-
Or Ristolainen.
Yeah.
yeah,
Another
let's say
defenseman they get.
he's young and promising.
I mean, it's so weird because the Ristolainen the complex with Ristolainen is just so. It's so weird because you hear it all the time. Oh, Ristolainen, he's got all this trade value, but then it's like you watch him and he's just bad.
Well, he had
Yeah.
the trade value.
Yeah.
He had the trade value a few years ago, and then we held on to him way too long, and now we wouldn't get much for him, which I'm fine with at this point. I'm just ready to move on from a lot of the stench from the previous 10 years, besides Jack and Reinhardt, but they're going anyway. So
There's a lot of it.
yeah, so it's essentially just about to be a fresh new start to a rebuild. And if Ristolainen is on this team next year and Eichel and or Reinhardt aren't, I'm going to lose my mind. If Risto is the one piece that sticks around from this past failed rebuild,
Yeah, it's
if
gonna be
he is
terrible.
that piece that sticks around, I'm gonna lose it.
What are you-
Especially
what
because
are
he's
you gonna
going
do?
into the final year of his deal.
What do you, Alex? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man?
I haven't figured that
What
out
do you-
yet.
He's gonna sink the super yacht. That's what he's gonna do.
Oh, I'm
We
all in
should-
on- let's do that.
I think what we should actually do with the pick, real quick before we move on, I think we should swap with Seattle and make them promise us that they'll take Opozo's contract.
I like that idea.
Because
Nice.
they won't
It
take
could-
Skinners,
yeah.
but
I like
Right.
that
No,
idea.
they
Not
won't.
Pozo.
I don't
Have
need,
that-
I don't
have
need
that
them to
be-
take Skinners, honestly. Even.
Yeah, no, I mean Skinner could
He's
he could
obviously
still pop for
expensive.
2025,
Exactly,
even
yeah.
30. You know,
If you play him with competent
Opozo's way
wingers.
past
if you
that.
don't play him
Yes.
with Cody Eakin, then yes, there's some promise there.
I would
like-
be,
I like-
I would be up with that. Nick said if Risto's here and becoming an Isles fan, yeah,
I was gonna say I'm
Yeah.
kind of liking
All
the
right.
I'm
I would
liking
be
the
with that.
Isles right
All
now, but
right.
their 5-2 lead on the Bruins is actually now 5-4
All right.
with 2 minutes left. So
Ooh,
All right.
All right. So all right, let's get off these there.
Let's talk about the Knicks.
Well, let's
All right.
well, wait. Let's go one more before we get there because I actually wanted this as to be an actual subject before we got into the playoff subject because we want to talk about yesterday's race.
Oh yes,
We want to talk about yesterday's race. If you saw from the beginning of the show, our boy Anthony Alfredo was in the top 10 with about 10 laps to go. And when we got the notification, someone told me he's in the top 10. You need to put it on. And I texted Kevin. I said, Kevin, your boy's in your top 10. Put this race on right now. Kevin put it on. And he watched. Kevin, what did you see?
I'm trying NASCAR. I'm trying to like you and enjoy it, but then this happens. My guy, Anthony Alfredo, who, oh my God, at one point he was in 6th place. I'm like, what have I been telling everybody?
Buy stock.
Buy
now.
stock now. Okay. He was in place to get a top 10 finish. And then because dudes don't know how to take a turn, spin out and hit somebody and then hits into Anthony, who's done nothing wrong. He's driving the course. Fantastic. And then
Tony Pastas.
it's unbelievable.
Like,
Unbelievable.
Oh, Maron.
what an unreal.
Oh, Maron.
But Carl Larson wins the race,
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, the racist one. Let's talk about that. At least he didn't kill a guy.
He's on a tear. Oh man.
I think we're done talking
We're
NASCAR.
done. NBA playoffs, New York
on the
Knicks.
next,
Here we
on the
go.
next, on the next race.
New York Knicks.
Oh yeah,
Are
so
there they got well sorry Kevin, sorry to give you 2 bad news in a row, but
I know I'm on the spot.
Kevin's having a rough week.
Yeah, so the Knicks went down to the Hawks, but which I was a little upset about. But then the Hawks just go out and beat the Sixers in Game 1, beat them pretty good. I mean, they almost let them come back in the end, but apparently the Hawks are the team to beat this year. I mean, Trae Young's
Yeah.
really good at basketball, so I mean that definitely helps.
Trae Young is really good at basketball. That is-
I said today that Trae Young is the new Reggie Miller.
Yeah, he's the villain of the guard now,
yeah.
which is it's good for the sport. I mean, I know it's not what I want to see, but it's good to have like a guy to root against. You know that's going
No,
against everybody.
now-
Basketball is definitely more fun when there's like, when you have a
Those
star.
rivalries.
Yeah, when you have like a star player
Yeah.
that goes into, when
Mhm.
the Knicks are good in the playoffs, and you have a star that goes in there, and is, the
Well,
fans are
if-
hating on him.
if,
He's,
I mean, if you're a basketball fan, the top teams from the past 10 years are like not in the playoffs right now. Like
Well,
it's
This is the first.
yeah.
This will be the first finals this year without. I think it's they said it,
the Spurs,
the Warriors or
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah,
Just
the-
LeBron
yeah.
in general.
yeah, LeBron.
oh,
No LeBron. But yeah, no. Like looking at it like the Bucks, Brooklyn, like 76ers, Hawks, like who would have thought these teams would be in the Suns and the Denver? Of course, they got rid of my Lakers, but LeBron.
Yeah. How about that,
Well,
Sebastian?
LeBron got knocked out the first round.
LeBron's first
It's
first round exit.
Embrace the
in his career.
bait. LeBron will never have the Mamba mentality.
Oh, that's a given.
never
Oh
has,
yeah,
never
of course,
will. No.
of course you won't.
I mean, he left the one game 5 minutes before the game was over
Unbelievable.
to
Yeah.
get treatment.
Yeah, 6 hours of treatment, and then poor Big Cat's laying in bed with his headphones on. He's talking about going and being on Space Jam. Unbelievable.
Have some respect for the game, LeBron. teammates are battling out there, and you're
I
leaving
forgot-
5 minutes.
I don't remember where our picks were for the NBA Finals, but I think our picks are
Oh,
gone.
I said
Mine-
Portland. They're out.
Mine's holding.
Oh.
I picked Phoenix.
Oh,
I forgot who I had. Oh,
I
I think I had
can't-
the Nets in the East.
Who did I say?
Phoenix.
I said the
Phoenix
Bucks.
is
I think you said
had
the
The Seattle Kraken.
Yeah,
and,
Seattle Kraken.
No,
and
I think I said Sacramento or something.
Oh, you did say
Oh,
Sacramento.
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
was
you-
Sacramento. And you were like, "What's the last place? The other last place team? That one."
Yeah. I guess I think it was like I didn't take the Bulls.
Yeah.
Even sarcastically, I couldn't do that.
Oh,
Oh, whatever.
no, but the NBA playoffs are fun. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
Love the
Also,
playoffs.
Antetokounmpo can wait 10 seconds, and they calling him out now. If you watch in the fans now, they're counting him each time. Now he goes up to the free throw line. It's funny to watch. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well,
I counted him last time. It was like 12 seconds. He goes past, and they just let him because he's got to
yeah, they might
sit there, breathe a little bit, and
They-
then shoot the shot.
they might give him a shot clock like they do with like MLB pitchers. Like, to take that free throw, give him a clock.
Like, all right. So NHL playoffs.
Oh, these
Speaking
are
of,
fun. Speaking of fun,
4 seconds remaining in the Isles Bruins game.
Oh,
Face off
A
in
live
the
countdown.
Ooh,
face off
the live.
in the Islanders
feed?
end.
Ooh,
Face off.
well, let's
Oh.
just talk about it for a second.
come on, just talk. Come
Yeah,
on,
just-
come on. Dead air.
All right.
Give us the play-by-play out. Seriously.
Puck's been
Give it-
dropped. Bergeron over to Pasternak. He's Matt held on back to the point. Shot time expires. Isles go up 3-2.
Isles going 3-2.
We
We don't like the
Kid show.
Bruins. We
Kid show.
don't like
Shout
the
out
Bruins.
Borelli's.
I already did this twice earlier. We don't like the Bruins.
We're going to Borelli's, baby.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well,
Kid show.
one team I want to talk
Kid
about with the playoffs here. How about the Montreal Canadiens
Yeah.
coming out of nowhere?
Let's just talk about the Leafs.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not
we-
good.
we didn't get a chance
we'll
to
talk.
last
We'll
week.
talk. We'll talk about the Habs more in depth, in a second. But let's talk about the Leafs
We didn't
since
get-
that's who they play.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to last week
Yeah.
when it ended. But they blow a 3-1 series lead.
You know what? That was Carey Price though.
So what?
No, I'm not trying to.
So
I'm,
what?
I'm
They
not,
lost.
I know. I'm not trying to take anything away from that. I was just trying to go back to Kevin's point talking about the Habs.
Oh,
so
right.
I was saying, okay, that's Carey.
Right, yeah.
That's Carey Price.
Price has been
Well,
phenomenal.
Well, that's what we were all told. Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, greatest scorers in the league.
They combine for a whopping 1 point. In
1 point.
1 point.
That's 1 point more than Eichel had in the playoffs this year. And Eichel didn't play a single game.
Can I get the camera? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you need the camera.
Marner and Matthews had this many points all
Ooh,
series.
That's 1 point more than all of us.
Un
And they-
punto.
and they played this many games.
Un punto.
Or maybe it's this many.
There you go.
L7.
Not
waiting. Yeah. Dodger dog. A foot long.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, and the Leafs are currently on the golf course. You hate to see it. You
Yeah.
really do.
You know what? I actually
in the
think
year that they get they get moved to the Atlantic or the Canadian division when the realignments because of COVID, and they have what should have been an easy first round, and they blow a 3-1 lead.
I think I actually saw Willie Nylander play through me today at Eden Valley.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
How'd he shoot? Did he shoot below a 90?
Oh no, it was like it was on 3. He plunked it right into the water.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what hole I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, sucks.
Noodle.
Let's not let this.
Noodle, no.
Let's not let this distract us from the fact that the Sabres have won a playoff series more recently than
Yes.
the Leafs have
Yeah.
Yes, and we haven't played in the playoffs.
in a long time.
Since the
10
Atlanta
years.
Thrashers have been in the league.
Yes, and we still won a playoff series more recently.
Mm.
Granted,
How
it was
sad is
07, but yeah, that
Yeah.
just goes to show how long it's been
Still,
for the
yeah.
Leafs.
Yeah.
No.
And you know what? That's the last 5 times they've been in the playoffs. They got bounced in the first round.
Oh, it's you know what? That's my only source of hockey happiness, and it came true again.
Wow.
It came true once again. Now
All
I
right.
wish I would get more source of hockey happiness. Sabres, talking to you,
Okay.
but
Here.
So,
We've gone
and
through
now
them, but-
out of the teams that are left, who do we like?
Golden Knights.
well, that's been
Because
a good
that series has been so good.
Oh, really
yes.
good.
So
Yes.
good.
I think
It's been on late, so all I've been able to do is catch the highlights at work the next day. But
Mhm.
oh my god, it is so fun to watch. I mean, Colorado came out swinging in that
Mhm.
series 7-1. Then Reaver got that 2-game suspension. Oh yeah, speaking of suspensions, how about that Scheifele hit?
Yeah.
I mean, other than it being a charge, it was a clean hit. So I mean,
Well, it was a charge though.
yeah, right. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was a penalty, but I mean, it was shoulder right, plowed him right in the chest. I mean, you got to keep your head up.
But my thing though is like that was, I didn't look at that. I didn't like watching. I'm like, that's not real. I mean, it's obviously like a hockey hit. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, but that was pure. Like that's just purely like Scheifele being frustrated about where the game's at, and he's just like taking off. He's like, whatever is there, he's hitting.
Yeah, like
Evans could have been in any situation. He's his back to them and facing there, and he would have just taken him out. I do think I'm looking at it as like Scheifele was not using his head there. Like Scheifele just let his emotions get the best of him, and he just snapped.
I think the one thing I will say about Evans there is just that you have to keep your head up. I mean, you're in the NHL,
right.
You know. I mean, it was a suspendable hit. You know, it was clean other than it being a charge. Suspendable because of the situation and you know what, you know, how it transpired and all that. But 4 games, wow.
I was thinking like maybe 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, at most.
See,
I was thinking even because Ryan Reeves got 2. I was thinking at most he was going to get like 1 and slapped with the $5,000 fine.
You know, that's my only thing is like I'm fine with 4 games. Just the NHL is never consistent,
right,
with their punishments.
Right.
Never.
Now
Tom Wilson could have killed a guy and he gets a fine.
Right now, and if they were consistent, where if Reeves got 8 games, the rest of the playoffs, whatever, then that 4 games is easier to swallow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. Like when I saw 4 games, I was like, all right, cool, but how do you get this right and not this? Like, yeah, you know, like I don't know. It's they're a joke with their punishments. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's George Peros, you know, lining up the dart in the dartboard, throwing at the dartboard, whatever number it hits on. That's okay. Suspension.
That's
2 games. 5 games.
All right, so that's basically myself. The NHL playoffs. So let's go honorable mentions. We're gonna go a little quick on this one. So let's start with the one thing everyone probably knows: the Mayweather and Logan Paul fight.
If you paid $50, you might as well just burn your $50.
Yeah, you burned the $50
fire.
Some of us saw the whole thing on Twitter anyway, so
yeah. A lot. They pirated it like crazy, so you could have got that easily.
The only thing I'll say real quick before you guys take the floor on it, because you guys seem to have more.
It was Hugfest.
Well, I was just gonna say like the dude, like Logan Paul tried to like he tried to throw a bunch of punches. He landed a grand total of 13%.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, he did land. He landed probably 2, but Mayweather came back. Mayweather got his shots.
I think he was like 13 for like 170 significant.
No, it was 13 out of 147. Like I think. Yeah,
something crazy like that.
Yeah, it was.
He just played into what Mayweather does. Mayweather will just let you tire yourself out.
Yeah,
he'll just keep ducking and dodging, and then once it gets late in the fight, that's when Mayweather will take over.
I was watching videos. It was so funny. It was literally showing like how Logan Paul was throwing punches, and then just Mayweather's just a whole fight. Just got you again. keep tying yourself up.
And then how about that clip of like Mayweather getting him good, where it looked like he kind of knocked him out, but he someone held him up. I'm not sure if he literally knocked him out, but like
he gave,
from the looks, it looked like Paul got knocked out and was about to fall.
He got knocked out on his feet, 100%, at least once.
Mayweather gave him a nice left hook, so he got him. Got him good a few times. But it's so much fun too when when like a major thing like SportsCenter and stuff like that starts like reporting on it, and then you just see the comments of just like, why did you watch this fight? Why are you even reporting this?
Yeah,
Don't even. You just. I wasted my $50. Like,
well, I mean, they're getting paid to report on it. I mean, there's the answer to that question.
I know, but it's just so funny to watch the hate on it. It's just hilarious.
It's just stupid that they hype it up. They hype it up, and then it's like, all right, well, it's an exhibition. We're not going to declare a winner or anything. You know, they're just coming in for 8 rounds. They're going to fight each other, like as if it was like a sparring match, but it's part of a packed house.
But my favorite highlight is Chad Ochocinco getting knocked to the floor.
I didn't even know he was fighting last night until I saw it.
I totally forgot until you mentioned something. I was like, oh my god, that's right.
I don't know if I ever knew that.
I knew he.
It was announced, and
after I heard, I remember him talking about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." He was talking about it. He was hyping it up. Like
He is ready for McGregor, though.
Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco's the best.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
He's awesome.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he's like, I fight on the streets. This is so much different. But I'm ready for McGregor now. Oh man,
Julio.
Julio.
Oh, Julio.
Going to the
Yeah.
Titans.
Julio.
Yeah.
I am
Oh.
con Julio.
Yo, Titans got some weapons now.
Yeah, I don't like
Oh.
it.
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
Julio, AJ Brown, Derrick
Oh,
Henry.
my goodness.
Yeah.
And was it declared that Julio was going to wear 8 or something already? Was that already declared?
I don't know.
Because I thought it was funny that AJ Brown tweeted like the edit or whatever, like him on the screen. Julio was wearing number 8. He's next to him wearing his number 11. And when I saw it, I was like, "You're not wearing number 11. If Julio wants number 11, he's getting number 11."
And with the way AJ
Like,
Brown just
no-
recruited Julio, it's like
Yeah.
you think he would have been like, "Here, take
Yeah,
take
like,
11 if you come here."
Like AJ Brown's obviously a fantastic receiver, but he doesn't have quite the resume of Julio bleeping Jones.
No.
Like if Julio wants number 11, you better give him number 11.
The Titans was I didn't think it was gonna be the Titans out of all the teams. I thought, some team would have came in and say, "Here's a high value for this guy."
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, when he said he wanted to go to a AFC contender that had a big arm QB, I literally thought he was talking about the Bills, and I was scared because I want Ertz.
Yes.
I thought
Give me
I want Ertz too,
but
but
we go 4 wide if Julio comes
yeah.
here. And
if Julio,
we don't need a tight end.
Julio could play tight end for all I care.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Like-
disagreeing. I would have taken Julio in a heartbeat, but I feel like for me, at the time, like my blinders were all on Ertz. I was like, how's this gonna work now?
Well, now that Julio is off the table, now
Right. Right.
now I'm like, okay, go give me Ertz.
Yeah.
Give me a tight end. Like,
And
but
we
I was like, oh yeah, when Julio was talking about that, what you were saying, I was like, oh okay. I was like, I know a guy.
Let's
So-
not let
so
that distract us from the fact too that the New England Patriots gave up about the same compensation for Mohamed Sanu.
And that was dubbed as like the move, like
Oh my
of all
God.
time, like the
Mohamed
fantastic
Sanu.
trade.
Yeah.
And it did
Like,
not work out.
this is going to get them to the Super Bowl. Like this will get them over the hump.
And
Like
it didn't do a thing.
yeah, that was the year they lost to the Titans in the wild card, was it?
Yeah, oddly enough, I
Yeah.
think that was the year.
Okay,
yeah,
so
so
2 seasons ago. Yeah, so
funny enough.
then you wasted that second round pick. But
And you guys, we signed Greg Rousseau.
Ah,
I mean,
yeah.
The U is back.
The U is back.
I mean, yeah,
The U
Expected
Bills
him.
connection is back.
I mean, obviously he was going to get signed at some point, but
The Buffalo Hurricanes.
He's gonna get signed at some point.
It's
yeah,
it's newsworthy. You signed your first round pick.
that's not really newsworthy anymore. Like,
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
it's
especially on this show.
cool. All right. Whatever.
Oh man. Any honorable mentions?
Yes.
Oh.
Tom Thibodeau was named Coach of the Year.
Ah! Congratulations, Kevin.
Yeah. The last coach that made the Bulls successful.
Yeah.
Right now.
Wow.
And he didn't want to
Sure.
go back there.
He deserved it though. Get with that team he had. He deserved
Oh, yeah?
it. Definitely deserved it.
Yeah, Derrick
100%.
Rose.
Julius Randle.
Thanks, Al.
Okay.
Anyway,
Derrick Rose is on that team.
Wait, and then
And he played really well in the playoffs.
And he didn't tear his ACL.
Nope.
Oh my
ACLs
God.
are intact.
so Ashton, can we wrap this up?
right. Well, should I make it? Should I do another one? I heard in the chat too. I got about Roll Tide or something. I guess.
Oh yeah,
someone got-
Nick
someone
Saban
got
signed a
locked up.
3-year extension
Someone got
through
locked up.
2028. So Alabama's gonna win, or at least be in the college football playoff for
For
the
another
next.
7 years.
Yeah.
Unreal.
That
Just-
sucks.
Just when I started like thinking, like, because just from like I don't know, observing him, I guess, or whatever. Like I was starting to think, like, okay, his time's kind of coming up. He's
Oh, it's
he'll
coming,
be gone
right.
soon, but then he signed for to 2028. That's still 7 more years. Like, why? Can we just stop? Like, just retire already.
Oh, one more honorable mention
Oh.
on top of that.
Oh.
Coach K is
Yeah,
retiring after this
Yes,
upcoming
he is.
season.
Yep. Coach.
So
Adios.
expect Duke to make the tourney no matter what.
good riddance.
Duke will be a tournament team no matter what this season.
This is Leonard Hamilton's conference now.
All right, I think that episode's our show. I thank everyone for coming back because yes, we took that week off. I understand, yes, but we're gonna be back, consistently back. Let's do it again. Gotta bring it back. hopefully, I still have that trailer ready. I'm gonna release it at one point, Kevin. But
Let's go.
when Kevin wants to come and cut the grass.
Cut the grass,
we got a little bit of rivalry.
Do some
going
yard
on.
work.
You
You can cut my
What's up?
grass, Kevin. Needs it.
Hey, let me get my New
Balance
Balances.
later.
Peace.
Later.